Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Two Drunk Guys Watch. My name is Rory MacLeod. I'm your host, and with me for this episode is Ana Luisa. Say hi, Ana.
Hey, guys.
Hey, and while Ana is not one to partake of the alcoholic beverage, I'm going to more than make up for it by, it looks like about 2 fingers of Dewar's in a tumbler glass, so we'll see how that goes. I may or may not make it all the way through this in the episode. We'll see. I'll give you constant updates on how I'm doing. For this episode, we've got 2 shorts. We have Linda's film on menstruation, which I'm very excited about, from 1974. And we have also Screen Snapshots, which is a short from the 40s, kind of behind the scenes about movie making. So, what do you think about those, Ana?
Yeah, no, that sounds really exciting. I'm looking forward to the menstruation cycle one to see what it was like back then. From what I remember in high school, I feel like boys made a lot of comments about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the main character in here is, I think, 15, and she has a 16-year-old boyfriend who is not menstruating, but also comments about it. So, all right. So everybody, grab your alcoholic beverage of choice or whatever it is you choose to drink, and let's get started. So we've got
kangaroos.
Yeah, they eat Frosted Flakes, right?
It's the year of the tiger.
Yeah, I was about to ask if this was the menstruation video.
No. Strangely, no. This is about Frosted Flakes.
Start with Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes.
There's an owl. Okay, cool. They're all getting along, which is nice. We have predator and prey all eating Frosted Flakes together.
Yeah, you don't need to eat each other. You can just eat corn.
Yeah, why not? And milk. All right. That was the Frosted Flakes commercial. Okay, so this is Linda's film on menstruation. Now, I should mention that the beginning part is, the audio's kind of jacked up, so we'll just have to live with it.
I was sort of horrified. I didn't really, understand what was happening.
I was horrified.
Oh my god, if I didn't know what a period was and I got one, I would be terrified too. Are you kidding me?
It used to bother me.
Menstruation.
Isn't it funny that it's for women, but men is the first part?
That's true. Should it be called the womenstration?
Now it doesn't bother me.
My name is Judy Marston.
Like a women's administration.
The girl. Oh, she's got some glamour shots.
Even though I may look like Miss Universe, up until
How about no
today,
whistling
I
at
had
the
one big
15-year-old
problem.
girl?
Even though I might look like
I
Miss
repeat,
Universe.
I had
Okay.
one big problem.
Yeah, you sure do, yeah.
I
Humble.
was 15 years old and had never gotten my period.
Oh, I'm glad she didn't
Even
say
though my
never
mother
gotten
had
laid,
told me
because that
that
would have
women
been
get
really
their periods between the ages of 8 and
inappropriate.
17, I was still unhappy that I hadn't gotten mine.
She's 15, she never had her period. I guess that's possible, right?
That all changed.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't know.
I mean, everybody's different.
My name
I feel like
is
some
Johnny
people probably
Stanton.
don't until much
For me, it
later.
all started when I went bowling.
She's
with
got
Judy
a
today.
bit of a camel toe
I should
going.
have
I
known
probably shouldn't say
something
that
was
about a
different.
15-year-old,
She
but
got
she
a
does.
strike.
I doubt the actress is 15.
She's usually
Right,
such a
right.
rotten
That's probably
bowler.
true.
Johnny, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yeah, you're bothering
This
me.
guy definitely doesn't look like he's in high school.
No. So this guy here, this actor here, he went on to become a more famous actor than a guy in a menstruation video. He's actually on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's this kind of bald guy with a goatee.
So what? Oh, what? It's only the first time I've ever gotten
Jonathan
it.
Banks. So anybody who's a fan of those shows will probably recognize the name, although you may not recognize him here because this is about 40 years ago.
Blood is flowing out of my uterus!
Oh no!
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
That's how I describe my period.
By the way, do you have a mop? Oh, who's this guy? Look at this.
What Judy has just
Is that his real
told
name?
Johnny is the type of oversimplification.
Wow, he looks like a porn star.
Yeah, he probably is.
misunderstood.
Is this that
Especially
kind of
if you get
video,
your
Rory?
information on
Boy, I hope not. That'd be really...
That's a really weird kink.
True that women
I mean, like, I'm
have
not here to
menstrual
shame you if
periods.
that's what you're into.
And yes,
No.
there is an outflow
Not
of blood from the
particularly.
uterus. But what does this mean?
Blood
And
oaths.
why does it
Is
happen?
it one of those gusher videos? I don't know what that
Let's
is,
take a
but...
closer look as Judy and Johnny learn more about what menstruation means.
I wonder what that guy's drinking.
A closer look. So creepy.
What?
So, I'm a little confused. Didn't she say that there was blood flowing out of her uterus?
Yeah,
So-
but she's got
okay,
stuff to do.
I was gonna say, like, when are you gonna go to the bathroom?
Well, she's a busy girl. Uh-oh. The missing wastebasket. Oh, no.
Oh, what is she gonna do?
I just have to go in the tub, I guess.
If she's using pads, she can't flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
He already has.
Yep. He probably took the wastepaper basket to fuck with her. He probably moved it. Just throw it on the floor, it's fine.
So she does use pads.
Imagine if you found a bloody pad on the floor. Oh my god.
Maybe there's a good movie on.
Yeah, maybe.
We can watch The Red Tide.
Oh, is she just not gonna...
That's cool. Her seat's all moist and stuff.
Yeah, you know, she can just hold it in.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
You can just...
What if she had like
pull it
red?
to not-
What if she had like red splotches on her butt at this point? That'd be hilarious.
Oh, she threw it casually into the kitchen.
Oh, yeah?
She threw her pad into. Oh, okay.
Into the kitchen trash, yeah.
Yeah, I bet she's a big fan of Alabama football.
I would have just come out and told him. I would have been like, hey, I need somewhere to throw this.
You know why I said the thing about Alabama? Because their mascot thing is the Crimson Tide.
Oh, that's great.
You know, I don't know why.
Also,
You got that?
what a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
thing to be on the
Good.
TV.
Now, Lola,
Just
here's not all
randomly.
happening.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a movie about menstruation.
You know how sometimes you call me Franny? And my real name is
Trippy.
What is
Nancy?
that thing supposed to be on the?
Well,
Is that
sometimes I call
Wolverine
you
on the right?
Eggshell, and his real name is Ovum. That's because the eggshell
He's
comes
so
from an
happy.
ovary.
I was gonna say, it looks like
Every
those
woman
dolls.
has
You remember those dolls that had like
Every
super
man
long,
has
tall
different
hair? They're like trolls.
Oh, like trolls.
Come
Yeah,
out of the
yeah, yeah.
ovaries, and the
Yeah.
top
Maybe
comes
it's a troll.
and
It's a
the
non-copyright
female body
violating
is
troll.
belonging to. What are you trying
Let's
to
learn.
confuse me or something?
Trolls existed in
Now,
'74. I'll
Lola,
have to look that
at
up.
me. See my head? See
Maybe.
my body? They are connected.
Yeah.
See
to
how
my neck.
blocky I am?
See the ovaries?
They are connected to your neck.
See the
Oh.
uterus?
Yeah.
Your uterus is connected to your neck, I know.
Fallopian tube
It's
is
basic
just
knowledge.
another
That'd be really
passageway in the
inconvenient.
body.
I get it. Fallopian tube is just another passageway in the body.
Yep, that's it.
Right, except there are two of them.
Oh
One for
shit.
each ovary.
Right.
Now,
Uh-oh.
once
It's like you can have fraternal twins.
Graphic.
To mature, break out of one of the ovaries, and travel through the fallopian tube.
And also, you can walk through your uterus, by the
If the
way.
egg cell gets to the uterus
Yeah,
without
this is
being
great.
fertilized,
You can just
the
watch how
lining
the
of blood
skinning
tissue
happens.
there
Yeah.
that would house this growing egg cell is not needed. So the egg and
Not
the lining
needed, just like your little
disintegrate,
sister.
Fall out of the body through the vagina.
Oof.
That's called menstruation.
Yay.
To what?
Menstruation.
What a funny word.
Yes, it is, but it makes a lot of sense.
I used-
Does it?
Sure. Menstruation comes from the Latin word menses, which means
Oh, they're
monthly.
explaining it.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
Because monthly this lining of blood and tissue
So that,
builds up
you
to
could have been in
receive
this
eggs
video, Anna, if
that
you were,
monthly
born
breaks out of
yet.
the ovary.
Yeah.
That every month a new baby could start growing there?
Well,
Wow.
Usually, when one egg cell is fertilized,
no
the
comment.
lining won't
That's a valid
dissolve,
question,
I mean-
the body
if you don't
doesn't
know.
notify the
Yeah,
ovary
it's
to
true,
release
as long
any
as
more
you're
eggs.
not when they're already, I guess.
There's just one thing
It
I
turns
don't
off the
understand.
waterworks at that point.
How does the sperm get into the fallopian tube so it can meet the egg?
Yeah,
Well,
Mom,
Lola,
how does the
that
sperm get
happens
into the
as a result of
fallopian
sexual
tube?
Usually
intercourse when
alcohol's
no form of
involved.
contraception is used. Then the woman can become
Oh,
pregnant.
they actually taught
Now,
about
by using
sex in
birth
here.
control, every woman can make her
Wow.
own decision when to have children.
And then an alien grows
So
inside
Wow. They're
This
even
is a
talking about
period
birth
every month.
control.
of it. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is way better than the education I got at my
smart.
school.
Yeah, this is pretty liberal, Anna.
Joanne Johnson was a
Yeah, this is way better.
Today's topic.
I feel like this movie was probably made as like a doctoral thesis or some kind of master's program, like film, a student film. I don't know, maybe not.
Yet personal subject.
Yeah. Very much
I
aware
could
of
see
what
something
we
like
get
that. It looks pretty well done, though.
By
Yeah.
physical symptoms, like what? Floating.
My head exploding, you know, that kind of stuff.
Rather tense.
Passing out.
Like this guy.
Bellyache. The night before I got super hungry and compulsively nervous.
Compulsively climb out the window.
Be kind of messy, I imagine.
Yeah, that guy's not 16.
I was also very underdeveloped, small.
I was
So I felt
small.
wild, and I
What does she mean by that?
I got my period about
I think she just meant that she like hadn't gone through puberty
Oh,
yet,
all
so
right.
she was still. Yeah.
Because small has a lot of implications.
It was just like another thing to cope with. But I generally have
Just deal with it,
cramps, and I
bitch.
had terrible cramps. I found that if I did exercises, that this would kind of ease the
Like the
cramps.
Kegel exercises?
Yeah, exercises do work. Actually, they do make it better.
Uh,
Not good
I
enough.
don't know about this, but sure.
Honestly. Yeah, that's a great shot. Not from the side. Let's not shoot her from the side.
Well, you can actually see what she's doing. Yeah.
Tampons at once, when one napkin wouldn't be effective at all.
Napkin? Oh.
Well, you
Yeah,
put
napkins are not
napkins
gonna
in
work.
side by side, and if you put one
What
in
if it was one of those
the
fancy
strip,
napkins, like the linen ones, that
insert
get
the
the
other
little
one, just
napkin ring on
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah. No, that's fair.
Okay, all
You're
right.
really
I'm
lucky
thinking
that
like
you
a
use tampons
kitchenette
these
napkin.
days.
Yes.
When I was younger,
I feel like that may not work very
you could
well.
only use a tampon if you weren't a virgin. But I think most mothers had that idea because tampons
Whoa.
Well, they are getting pretty...
You had to like. You can't use a tampon if you're a
Whoa!
virgin.
There's pictures of people touching themselves. Okay.
Is that what
And
she
I
said?
think when you first start, it's much easier to put one in when you're
I
sitting
will say,
down.
like when I
Jesus.
first had to do
Whoa,
this,
what?
it was
Because
terrifying.
The vagina is located in the middle.
There's some
It's
pretty
not
graphic
seen on the
pictures in
surface.
this.
So what you have to do
Yeah.
Don't put it down in the,
I mean, like-
the bottom one. That's not where it goes.
Listen, it needs to be because how are you gonna figure out how to do it, Rory? It's not easy.
Don't put it in the anus. That I know.
The first segment of the
That's not going to help
applicator.
anything.
You hold on to the ring, and then you push this down.
I do not like those. Those are
and
just
then
like
you remove the
so.
applicator.
See, this is why I had to have a
And
female
you don't
guest
have
for
to
this one.
worry
Because if
about
I had another
bleeding
dude on here, this would have been really
because
weird.
cervix prevents
Really
you going
awkward.
Yeah.
You're just watching like.
So you
Yeah.
At least we
don't
have
be able
somebody
to
with
find
some
it.
experience. Like, I don't really have any experience with this, so.
And sometimes
Yeah. Hey, fun fact:
don't come with
tampons
an applicator. Just
have
put the
like
tampon
bleach
itself
on
in,
them.
maybe even lubricate the
It's like
tip
bleached
and make it
cotton.
go in.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of stuff that's like not good for your vagina. So.
And how is that fun?
It's
Wouldn't
not.
you know
I
it?
think you can actually get an
finally
infection
get
from
my
leaving them
brother's
in for
car
like
to
more
go
than
to
6
the
hours or
beach
something like
and it
that.
starts to rain.
So
Not only
I highly
that,
encourage
Judy
blood bowls.
disappears off
Is
to
this
her
guy on his
phone.
period? Is that a guy?
Bathroom.
Or
And
no,
I
that's a
get
woman.
He
stuck
might
watching
be.
all this
You
stuff
said
for
it's a
the
liberal
shelter.
video, so maybe they're very progressive.
Very liberal. That's a big joint. Oh, okay.
It'd be neat to have a guy on his period on one of these videos.
Oh, she broke it. Is that
I wonder if anyone.
a firecracker? What's she doing? Oh, they're tiny nunchucks.
I wonder if anyone's ever made a video for trans guys on periods and how to handle.
You mean,
that.
well, I mean, it'd be the same, like, mechanically it's the same, right?
Yeah, but you're on hormones, so it's different for like
Oh,
depending on what you're taking.
yeah, if you're taking
Yeah.
hormones, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, if. Right.
The weather report said warm and sunny.
warm and moist.
Swimming.
You can't go swimming. You're having your period.
I can too. Just because I'm having
Let's
my
talk
period
about your
doesn't mean I
period
have to
some
stop
more.
doing everything.
I brought red wine and Kool-Aid and...
Good. She can just say it was red wine
Do you
that
think
spilled.
your period could have caused the rain?
right, sure.
Witches.
This guy was dropped on his head many times as a child.
Number one.
Yeah,
What is
my
your
period
name,
caused the
please?
rain.
My name is Leslie J. Beard.
Okay.
My name is Leslie J. Beard.
Sure. Why not?
My name is Leslie J. Beard.
Panel,
They're all
would you
gonna
follow
fight to the
along with me,
death.
Please, as I read the affidavit you have
Yep, it's like the
before
Josh
you.
fight,
Yeah.
I, Leslie Jansen
but smaller.
Beard,
Tell the
famous
truth.
socioanthropologist, have been studying the origins and customs of menstrual taboos the
Uh-oh, this is
world
getting pretty
over for
weird.
the past 15 years. It was on my renowned trip to the Australian bush country
Oh,
last
probably this guy.
that I discovered the connection between an ancient menstrual fear and the fear we have today of walking under
Fear
a
of
ladder.
mushrooms.
A
Signed,
menstrual
Leslie
fear.
Jansen Beard.
I'm intrigued.
All right,
This is the
panel.
most
We'll begin
interesting
our
like
questioning
video
with
I've
John
ever seen
Stanton.
about menstruation.
John?
Actually,
This is pretty weird.
Number one. Is it true that meat spoils in the presence of a menstruating woman?
Yeah.
Number two.
She
Meat
said,
spoils
well, she said it's
Wine
true.
spoils.
yeah, but
Number
meat's
one.
gonna spoil regardless
Where
of
did
if
the
a woman
term
is there or not. So
the
yeah, if she's there, it's still gonna spoil.
Yeah, well, she walks in the room and
I
it
think
spoils,
it's an
though.
old Anglo-Saxon term.
Let's move on to
I
Eileen
like
Farnell.
the
Thank you, Bob.
sound effects.
Yeah, we just
How
suck out the
menstruating
life
women
out of
treated
other
as a
things,
general
like the
rule.
energy out of the
Most
meat, so that we can create.
They were isolated.
It's like a
from
meat
and made
vampire.
to live in menstrual huts
Right.
on the outskirts
I could
of the
see that.
settlement.
Thank you, Eileen. And now on to Mitchell Barker. Mitch?
By the way, do
Hi,
you guys
Bob.
like my bow tie?
Number 3.
Bark.
What were the men afraid of?
They were afraid that
Yeah,
these women possessed evil powers.
Oh, they do. Don't
that
worry about
would
it.
sap their vitality.
Oh,
And on to
trust me,
Judy
they do.
Marston.
Thank you. Number 3. Who started all these myths and taboos?
Back in matriarchal
Yeah, seriously.
society,
It sounds like something men
women
did.
would make up
Ooh.
scary stories
This guy
so
named
that
John
the boys
started
men
all of
would
it.
leave them alone during.
Number 2.
Ooh,
women
that's
always
even
started?
better, actually. Wow, what an asshole.
We'll have a chance to talk with the contestants after the
I don't know about that gong sound effects.
prepare to determine who
I don't
is the
know.
real Leslie Jansen Beer.
That's such a wise idea as a woman. You just like create some sort of like terrifying tale about yourself so men leave you alone.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much how witch,
The back of it, you see?
witch myths started, right?
You don't need a sanitary belt.
I don't know. I
It comes in two
assumed it was
sizes,
people who like
regular and
hated
miniature.
other
And here's
people,
just a regular
and they
belt,
were
but
just
this
like,
one
how
is
do I get this
flexible and
person
comes
killed?
in a
Ah,
regular
they're a
sizes.
witch.
I mean, maybe. I think in some cases it was like, this bad stuff is happening to us and we want to blame it on someone, so let's blame it on the witch.
And this kind is narrower
Right.
and it
Yeah, let's
tapers,
blame it on women.
and
Right,
it has this
right.
discreet blue disposable bag that goes with it.
Ooh.
Bright blue is discreet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not neon blue.
Super pad that has a pad within a pad for extra absorbency. I think
Ooh.
I was more interested
A
in
pad
the
was in
tampon.
I love how she gets the full
We've
explanation
got
from the
cardboard
pharmacist.
applicators, plastic applicators,
She's trying to sell her on tampons.
and stick applicators.
Well, she asked
And
for
then
them
there's this kind
specifically.
that has no
Why are
applicator
these
at all?
all? Okay, I was
Yeah,
about
I'll
to
take
say,
a
why are
box of
these
those.
all with applicators?
It's probably all they had, I don't know.
$1.49.
Hello?
Oh no, a man! I can't let him know that I have a
Well,
period.
that's her boyfriend.
What you doing?
No, I know.
Well, what do you think I'm doing? 3 guesses. What? Take a look. This guy's an idiot.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm just
I
browsing.
don't see what I want. I'll just look around.
I want a tampon too. How about some mayonnaise or some Pepto-Bismol? Uh-huh.
He's been so awkward.
Is he like pretending not to know her?
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's a flashback before they were together. No, it can't
What did
be.
he grab?
That would be $1.89.
Jesus, what did he buy?
That is
I didn't think
so
they were
cheap.
for you. Gee, I'm sorry. We're all out of the large bag.
Lol.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't you put 2 bags on there?
No.
Then?
Are you gonna come to Staten Island and see me play baseball today?
Is he trying to sound like he's going through puberty?
Yeah, you gotta be convincingly young.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Who would have thought it? Just
Who would have
7
thunk
short
it?
days ago, there I was, an innocent dumbbell kid.
And I still
Now here I
am. The end.
able to buy sanitary napkins without flinching. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
a good
awesome of
game
him,
day. I
actually.
can really feel
There are
it.
like some boyfriends
what?
now that won't do that for their girls.
Without flinching is a little generous.
Maybe
He
you're
definitely
getting
was
your
being
period.
weird.
Probably.
Yeah, he was being real weird.
Hey, look, there's the Statue of Liberty.
I wonder if she menstruates.
You know, I never noticed.
I was about to
before,
say
but she really looks pregnant.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she got knocked up by
Does she?
the Arc de Triomphe.
You know,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to say that to women. Because you don't know. What if they're just
Well, I
fat?
don't think the statue can hear
You know,
them.
I think I'm qualified now
Rude.
to do a report on menstruation.
It happens to everybody, except men.
I don't think he's qualified to do much, but...
It happens to everybody except men.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
I think what caused the change in attitude is sort of a lot of.
Let's just stop the bullshit.
Although I'm not one of the.
Hello?
I'm not a member and I'm not militant about it, but the
Uh-huh.
whole attitude toward it has changed.
Ooh,
I used
fancy.
to
Wait,
use
a
it
member
as
of
an
what?
excuse,
Oh,
but
the
I realized
NRA.
It wasn't a valid excuse,
Oh.
and that there was no
I don't
reason
know.
for it to bother
Shouldn't
me.
say.
I was like, you
And
have
I
to be a
started doing
member.
all the
You have to
things
be a
like
member
going
to
swimming and
menstruate.
so on. I
Is that
realized
how it
The
works?
Menstruation Society.
Took a bath, even had
If your
intercourse,
membership
and it
doesn't get
nothing
paid,
bad
what
happened.
happens?
And so,
You
as
get
a result
revoked.
of trying all these things,
You're not allowed to
becoming
menstruate
more
anymore, I guess.
Free in my own attitude towards it.
That sounds
now
great.
It doesn't bother me at all.
This is Johnny
Revoke it.
Stanton from the Staten Island Ferry. Judy?
Someday I'll have a real acting career, but not yet.
Honestly, this is pretty educational. I'm not gonna lie.
You know?
Very good.
Well, you're free to watch it on your own if you want. I'm sure we talked over everything important in the movie. as we tend to do. Oh, the National Endowment for the Arts. Okay, yeah. All right. That's cool.
That's it. I'm going home to my mother. I'll send for my things. And for my Sony Trinitron.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Don't door hit you. The good Lord split you.
My portable. Then I keep my Sony clock radio.
I'm keeping my Sony vibrator.
And a Sony stereo. I'll take the black and white portable.
Wow,
and
is
the
this a Sony
Oh,
commercial?
You think?
Oh, no. Mother loves this Trinitron. That's beautiful car.
Were they like,
Take my mother.
you know what's going to be great?
Just trade
A
my mother.
failing marriage.
Yeah. That'll sell our products.
Yeah, if you buy a bunch of Sony products, your marriage will fall apart.
Right. Yeah, because of the Sony products. Yeah, the jealousy.
This is the Screen
I mean, that's what I saw,
Snapshots
right?
Hollywood Reporter.
All right, so this
These
is
are
Screen
all
Snapshots.
and tells all about
So,
Hollywood.
Columbia Pictures funded these things
here I
for
am
like
swamped with
decades.
thousands
Apparently, it
of
started in
letters from movie
1920, and
fans
they
who wish to
finished
see the
making them in
inside of a
the
motion
late
picture
50s. So.
studio. You know, it's almost impossible.
I like how they
to
taped
crash
the
a
pictures to
studio
the wall
gate
behind
these
him.
days, so I am going to bring the
This
studio
is totally my
direct
office.
to you
It's not like a
and
made-up for
show
the
you
movie.
how movies are made. This is presented in collaboration with
This is how messy my desk is. Guy, I would kill myself.
We couldn't afford.
Stories are
We couldn't
taken
afford
from
picture
books
frames.
or
Yeah, they just like
originals
grabbed
submitted by
the
staff
whole
writers.
entire
Nearly every
box
new
of
novel and
papers
current
and dumped it on the
magazine
desk,
is
and they're
combed
like,
by
"This
a
makes him look like an
competent reader
intellectual."
Yes,
in
he's
search of
super busy.
material suitable for the screen. Some novels are ideal subjects, but
And
even
some
they
flat
must
out
be
suck.
put into film play form. The production office. The head of this department selects a story.
Production.
The
Production.
assignment is then given to a writer.
You're not being very
Sometimes
productive.
several of them. Then the story is prepared for the screen.
Ooh, old style
Scenes are written to the
typewriters. Hell yeah.
smallest detail. Every camera
love it.
angle and
And
movement
the thing
of the
that's annoying
actors
about
is designated
this,
in
doing it
what
on a
we call
typewriter, is
the working
see how
script.
all there's like columns and stuff you have to do? That would suck on a typewriter.
Oh
Having
yeah.
to do all this? Oh, God. Yeah, nowadays they have software that does this. Although this isn't
The
really what a
drafting
screenplay looks
room.
like anymore. But
Expert architects draw plans of the sets
Yeah,
and scenes.
I used to have a
call
typewriter
for
when
the
I was
manuscript.
younger.
yeah.
The art director
Until you broke
okays
up
the
with it.
final
It's fun.
sketch, and this is how the set
Yeah,
will
it's
look
kind of
when
heavy
it
to
is
take
ready
on a
for the
plane to
camera.
America.
Mm.
From here we step into
Oh, it didn't
the
have a
mill,
passport.
where carpenters and cabinet makers
Yeah, it didn't
work
have a
from blueprints
passport.
prepared by the
So I
draftsman.
couldn't
The
bring
men
it.
must be able to build anything called for in the script.
So they would have to build
It may
these
be a
giant
French
sets
village
for like
or a
one
street
scene.
in Shanghai.
They used
Now
to
we
spend a
will take
lot
it
of
on
money
one of the
making
big
movies. I mean,
stages
nowadays
where
it's
workmen are
even though
ready
you
to
hear
complete
these
the set.
stories about how high the
Lasers
budgets
are
are, it's
fitting in
nothing
real
like
glass.
in terms of the
Painters touch
scale
up scenery here
compared to
and
back
there.
then. They used to spend a
Now
lot of
for
money
a
on
little
movies.
magic. We go from indoors to
Really?
outdoors
So, like,
without going through a
Comparably,
door.
if you take into
An army of
consideration like the
carpenters
worth
swarm
of a
about.
dollar, it
The
was
script
more
calls
expensive
for
back
rain.
then.
Yeah,
So
and
here's
most
how we
movies
get
lost
it.
money back then
In sunny California, the
Oh,
weatherman
damn, that sucks.
cannot
Why would
be
you do it
dry.
then?
because you'd have
So
a
when
few
we
that
need
would make
weather,
money and it would
we
be
must
worth it.
have weather or
But
no.
I don't know that studios
sound
were
department fires
necessarily
up for
all
a
about the
test.
profit motive back
This
then. I
is
mean,
the
they wanted to make money, of
amplifying
course,
room,
but
where
I
the
don't think
sound
that
is
was their only
amplified
thing that they
millions
thought
of
about.
times.
So
you can see how necessary it is
Whoa.
that everything
What is
must
that
be in
like?
perfect condition.
Holy
Thousands of
cow.
connections,
They're
meters,
actually
and
making
tubes are
art
checked
for just the
under
purpose of
watchful
making
eyes
art.
of
Yeah.
highly trained men.
Such a different time.
Light
Yeah.
valves are checked through a microscope.
I love that.
But you know,
These valves
so
control
you would
the
have
flow of
movies that
light,
would
which,
inexplicably
when
do
photographed
well,
on
and so they
film,
would just make anything they
records the
thought
sound.
would maybe
An
do well, and
invisible
then
speck
one
of
of them
dirt
would hit
would
out of
ruin the
3, and you're
recording.
good. So
This is a sound
Gotcha.
recording machine. The sound is photographed the same as the picture and on the same kind of film.
Photographed.
Each variation of
Well,
sound causes a
yeah,
different
that sounds kinda
vibration
weird.
of the light valve, and the amount of light escaping through the valve
This
is
is
then
so
photographed.
cool.
After the film
Oh my
has
God.
been processed,
But what do you see
it
like
again
modern
passes
stuff?
in front of a light, and the vibrations picked up and
No,
amplified.
I mean, like,
and
it's so
then
cool
we
that they
get the
made this
same
video
sound
to,
that
like,
was originally
it's so
recorded
educational.
yeah, they
through
made
the
a lot of
microphone.
these though. They made I don't know how many
The
they made,
casting
but they
office
did
is
them
one
over a
of the
long period
most
of time.
interesting departments in the studio. News gets around quickly when a picture is to be made that will
And I think
require
3 of these
many
shorts were
different
nominated
types.
for
And
Oscars,
the
so that's kind of
outside
cool.
waiting
Not
room
this one. But
often looks like a League of Nations. A casting
Were
director
they-
on
what
20 minutes
is
notice
happening?
may be called upon to
Oh,
furnish
no.
a Congo cannibal or an Indian chief.
Uh,
They come here
just
from the
pretend we
four
didn't see
corners
that.
of the earth, each one sure that nature has given him something to sell.
yeah,
It's here that high hopes
I'm selling
and
my
bitter
heritage. Oh,
disappointments
there's also a
mingle
little
daily.
person.
Oh my gosh.
Believe it or
dear.
not, the casting director would rather say,
Yeah, we
yes
need a white
than
woman.
no. But he has certain types to select. Many are called.
What if these were all in the same movie?
And after that has been
Weren't
done,
movies back then mainly white people?
Yeah.
And like,
Well, you'd have these background characters that were these, you know, like these folks.
We find the makeup
Although,
man
I mean,
ready to
typical
work
that they're
on
like,
Mills'
we were
act.
so diverse when they
No,
were.
they didn't care about that. No, like the guy in the grass skirt would have been a background character. He wouldn't have been like a main.
That is where
actor.
the makeup man comes in. He can look at an actor's face and immediately
throw
know
up.
what to do in order to create an entirely different character. He can change a face
Looks great.
so that its own mother
Looks
wouldn't
great.
know it.
Let's.
It looks
With
the exact
addition of
same, but a
costume,
different color.
the makeup man
That's it.
transforms
Is that
Mr.
blackface?
Astor into a Chinese Mandarin.
Oh, okay.
No! Oh God!
And we have a Chinese general.
Oh, we can actually hire an Asian person, so this is the best we can do.
Department. Clothes of
Oh
any
my
material
God!
may be found
Holy
here.
shit!
If there is an army to be made up for the charge of the Light Brigade, proper
So, but look at all this
uniforms
expensive
will
shit,
fit them.
though.
Anything from a grass skirt to a suit
We
of
can
armor
change your
must
race.
be
Yeah, why
made
not?
on
However
short
you
notice.
It's cheaper than, you know, I don't know.
Property department. A prop is anything
Dude, it
from
would
an
have been cheaper to
Australian
hire an
boomerang
I'm sure it would have
to
been.
an
sure.
igloo. If someone on the set
But look at all
wants
this
a
stuff in
bottle
the
of
prop
iodine
department. That's
or a
crazy.
bale of hay, they yell props,
Yeah.
and the desired article is delivered
I
in the
saw
twinkling
a
of an
story of
eye.
this lady who
Property
later got into
department's
antique
motto
collecting, and the
could
way
well
she
be,
started was she started
"Ask and
saving
ye shall
stuff from.
receive."
She was an actress as a young girl,
Set dressers.
and she kept
This
saving
gang
stuff
of
that they were going to
busy
throw
men
out,
swarm in after
and
the
they ended up being
carpenters and
valuable.
painters have finished with the set. They place furniture
Because
and
they literally
whatnot
just
in their
toss this
proper place
furniture and shit.
and make the scene look like a New England farmhouse.
Like, they don't keep it around,
or
which
a
is
Chinese
ridiculous.
temple. Huge
Oh
lights
wow!
are
So they had
hoisted
to use the
overhead
same
platforms.
space.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Numerous lamps are used to light the scene.
Oh
These are
man,
manned
that's
by a
so
crew
much
of
work.
electricians
Holy cow!
called juicers. Drapes
Juicers.
are very
Juicers.
important
I
to the
love
proper
That's slang for
appearance of the
drunk
set.
now.
Portiers must be
Bring us
hung
the
properly.
juice.
Bring us the
Curtains
juicer.
and so forth
Ah.
never clash.
I gotta finish my
On the
gin
set,
first.
Every department has completed its work, and the set is now ready
There's
for
the
the director
Chinese
and his
general
crew.
right there.
Lights are on, cameras and microphones in
Authentic.
place. The director, Frank Capra, rehearses the scene
Oh,
with
that's an
Barbara
actual
Stanwyck
director,
and
okay.
Mills Astor. This is
Frank
what we call
Capra,
a long
didn't he
shot.
do
That
America? Or he
means
did
the camera takes in the whole
a bunch of
scene.
movies back in
In
the
this
day.
manner, we get a general impression of the
know why I can't
player's
think of any off the
positions
top of
and
my
their
head, but-
surroundings. When we wish to
God,
make
I
a
really
player's
love uniforms
individual
like
action
these
stand
with
out,
like
we move the camera up
the, like,
close and register his
really
emotions
high
or
up
actions
boots.
for cutting. In
Oh,
order
It's a
to
Wonderful
speed up
Life.
the
Duh, I
story.
don't know why I spaced on that. It's a
After
Wonderful
the
Life
scene
he
is
did, and
photographed,
Mr.
it
Smith
goes
Goes to
the
Washington,
film
and a whole bunch of
laboratory
shit.
For developing, where all chemicals are carefully tested and compounded.
Strangely did not
to
do
ensure
Linda's
the
film on
proper
menstruation.
formulas for reproducing all that has been photographed through the camera.
Oh, this might be.
We now see the film
both of the
passing
videos are
through
about
the stage of
reproduction.
That's
development,
true.
where
He
the
did.
greatest
Frank
care has
Capra
been
did a
given
movie called
to
The
the
Bitter
air
Tea
condition
of
and
General
temperature of the
Yen. I wonder
various
if that's what this
solutions,
movie is
which
we're
are
talking
obtained
about.
through refrigeration and thermostatic
Because that
control.
sounds like it might have some Asian
This
characters in
film
it.
is now passing through the process of
Asian
washing,
characters?
where it is
Well, I
cleansed
mean-
and made ready
Without
for
Asian
drying.
cast.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Millions
I
of feet
mean,
of film pass
it was
through this machine
1931,
monthly.
so
The printing room, where
or
the image
33.
is transferred from the negative photographed
Can you
in the
believe that they
camera
actually were just
onto
like, hey,
another film
it's so much
known
better
as
to just
positive.
grab white people and make
This
them Asian than
operation
to hire Asian
necessitates
people?
well-trained operators to ensure
yeah, I'm thinking that's probably what the movie is they're talking
in the
about, because
various
I'm looking
scenes
at
that
his list of
constitute a
movies,
finished
and
reel.
there isn't anything else in
After
here I don't
going
think
through
that
its
would
course
be.
of development, the positive film is now
don't
coming
know,
out
we'll
of the
see.
drying chambers, ready for the film
The
editor.
cryo chamber.
And here he is. The editor of a picture
There he
known in
is,
the
the
studio
big
as
man, the
cutter.
big man on
Every
campus.
scene is photographed from several different angles.
They had to
and it's
sit here
cutter's
and look
job to
at
select
the
best
each
scenes
frame like
and
that. Oh
assemble
my
them in a
god.
perfect continuity.
Yep, and like cut it
This
apart.
machine is known as the
and
moviola and serves as a
That's like an
miniature
areola,
screen
but it's for movies.
which enables the cutter to match the action of one scene to another. The projection room. This is a theater in the studio and is equipped with every appliance.
Imagine
much
what they
the
do in
same as
there.
the theater in which you are now sitting. The film, after going through
The
what
film
you have
is
seen,
complete garbage.
is projected to the screen, and we now see the finished
Looks
product.
great. Perfect. Oh.
I've never heard anything so cold-blooded in all my life.
it doesn't even take up the whole screen.
But isn't it better to shoot them quickly than let them starve to death slowly?
Oh boy, he's doing an accent.
It's that.
Don't go, please.
Yeah, I think this is the bitter tea of General Yen, because Barbara
And
Stanwyck
that,
stars in
ladies
that, and I think that
gentlemen,
was her.
is the answer to all these letters.
There we go.
If there's anything else you'd like to know about Hollywood, just write the Screen Snapshots Hollywood Reporter. Hollywood, California.
You should write them on and ask about why they didn't hire Asian people. Dear Sir or Madam.
I already know why.
Dear Sir or Madam, why no Asian actors? Signed, Ana. Well, that was it Screen Snapshots, and of course before that we had Linda's film on menstruation. What'd you think?
It was both of the. I don't want to say both of them were good. Both of them were educational.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, no, I was actually very surprised. I didn't think that they would have made a video about menstruation that was that educational at all. I figured that it would have been much more censored. So.
Yeah, I mean, by 1974, I think that the arts, I mean, they were certainly a lot more liberal and kind of, the sexual revolution had already kind of finished its course, and so I think they were more, they felt freer to talk about that kind of stuff, especially in a clinical sense. Like, they weren't, kind of making jokes. Well, I mean, they were a little bit, but I mean, they weren't like making light of it, really, right?
That makes
like,
sense, because like in the 70s, people were starting to be more like reasonable.
Yeah, I don't know what films they showed to girls when I was growing up, because obviously I wasn't watching them, but I got the impression that they did watch something that was about that, because you'd hear about, like, oh, we had to watch this movie about
I always think it's
stuff,
so fucking weird that they separate the guys and the girls, and they have the guys go play games, like play dodgeball or whatever, and have a good time while we have to watch these videos. Like, why aren't you putting them through it too? Aren't they gonna, like...
Boys have to go play with themselves, and the girls are watching that.
Yeah. So unfair. Like...
I know. The world's unfair. Well, all right. Well, I want to thank Ana Luisa for joining us for this episode of Two Drunk Guys Watch. And until next time, keep things interesting.